This is AA Duelist here to talk about Rarity. This is going to be the first video of my mini-series. And I'm just going to go over like a little quick video just about Rarity and the different versions that it comes in, starting with the most common up to like the most absurd things, abnormal, I should say, not absurd, but abnormal things that Konami has ever released. So first off, we have common. Nothing special about it. It's just a plain card with white text. Nothing shiny, nothing, anything. Moving up to the next one, we have rares. No shiny picture, but silver writing. That's kind of hard to read whenever you throw it down. But once it hits the light, it looks kind of gold through the camera, but it's actually silver. These come in every single pack. It's usually one rare and like 5, 6, 7 commons, but Konami's actually about to replace that and put every one of these in every single one. This is called a super rare. Shiny picture, no shiny up here in the name. It's just a shiny picture. That's called super rare, and it is one of the coolest designs. Well, coolest basic designs in my opinion. There's nothing too fancy schmancy about it. And these generally, the super rares aren't too expensive. I mean, sometimes they can get up there if it's like a limited champion edition thing or whatever. But commonly, they are not too expensive. Moving up to the next one, we have ultra rare. Shiny picture, gold writing on top. These are the next highest above the supers. I believe that there's only one in every 16 packages, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So it's not necessarily the hardest thing to pull, but it's not the easiest. Nowadays, most of these are worth more than the next rarity up. So really, rarity has nothing to do with price. It really depends on what people decide that they're worth, which eBay is like the best place to go for prices. The next one up is secret rare. Secret rares can come in all sorts of shapes and forms. They can come from all packs. They can either be extremely hard to pull or extremely easy to pull. Believe in a regular pack, a secret rare is only about 1 in every 32, which means 1 a box, but it is possible to get a box without 2. And it is also possible to get a box with 2 secret rares. I've only ever pulled 1 box with 2 secret rares, and I was very happy about that, of course. But then there's also the hidden arsenal, which is what this one came out of. It's that little HA. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in. It says HA06. That's hidden arsenal, which those come with 4 super rares and 1 secret. So this one, of course, was not very hard to pull. It came out of all of them. It's just a little easy thing to do. Now, I'll go on ahead and move on to some of the... Those are the basic ones. I'll go on ahead and move over to some of the more abstract ones. Starting with this little guy, Vylon Epsilon. He's got that shattered glass look. It's called Dual Terminal. See where it says Dual Terminal right there? It's called Dual Terminal. This is actually an ultra rare Dual Terminal. And basically what that is it means that you had to play a Dual Terminal machine to get one. Or buy the Dual Terminal packs, which aren't usually released to the public unless someone decides to sell them online. So that is the Dual Terminal. And there's also ones that kind of look like little stars, little asterisks, everything like that. And all it means is on the Dual Terminal machine, you can place this straight onto the camera. It'll pick up on that and know what card it is. And I think that that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool and quirky in its own little way. Next is it is a regular thing. It's the ultimate rare. It's kind of hard to pick out on this one, so I got like the most obvious one that's an older guy, which is Gaga Bolt. It has the shiny rim around it, which is the first indication that it's an ultimate rare. Gold lettering, and then the picture is like almost like a reversed way of looking at it, and it's texturized. Now, on some of the older ones, you can feel that. On that one, I cannot. It's kind of newer, Gaga as well. They're a few years old, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to know what it looks like, but once you know what it looks like, it's pretty easy to spot one amongst all the others. Unless they're kind of like these, which are some of the newer ones. The dead giveaway on this one, I thought I pulled an Ultra at first until I saw the shiny border, shiny rim around it. Because they stopped making the picture in the middle reversed. They only did the background, which I'm trying to pick up on, but no, it's not picking up on that. The background, it's kind of a... I'm sure it's a way for them to save money. One of those things. We also have gold rares. This is a regular gold ultra rare. They come in any gold pack. The first one was the Haunted Mine. Then there was the gold pack 1, and then gold pack 2, Return of the Bling. I thought that name was kind of funny. This is GLD 5, which was one of the older ones. I think it was gold pack 2005 or something like that. But this is one of the earlier ones, Master Hyperion. Oh wait, that was Haunted Mine. No, it wasn't 2005. It was the 5th one released, but this is Haunted Mine. And yeah, it's an ultra rare. It's got the gold around the border, the gold around the picture. The picture's kind of regular. The stars are shiny, which is something unique, and the name is gold. And that is a gold rare. Next we have a gold secret, which has the diagonal lines like the regular secret, but it's also got the gold line picture, the shiny stars, the gold name. The gold name on these was kind of funky, but it was still a really cool idea. This is from Premium Gold. That's where the secret gold rares were actually released. And I think they look pretty cool considering. It was just one of those things that was really cool. Next is for an older one. These are called Ultra Parallel Rare. It's where they have up and down and left and right lines all on them at the same time. This is Sayaru. So you notice the name is silver, but it kind of looks like the gold rare, the way that looked. This is actually a very old card. It's not a newer one. These were, I think, in the Hobby League or something like that. Usually they are Hobby League cards if they look like this, but this one is not. It was one of the earlier ones that had the Ultra Parallel Rare. And yeah, I just think that's a really cool effect that they got going on. Next was what some people call one of their biggest mistakes that they ever made, which was the 2014 Mega 10 Mega Pack Platinum Rare. Now, Platinum Secret, which I believe is the only one that Platinum comes in, well, that's the only one that it came in at the time, was, as you can see, the lines don't stop at the picture. They go all the way around. But these are like blinding. Like if you shine them in light, you can blind your friend sitting across the table. And it was just kind of a stupid idea. I mean, Susanoo didn't really need a reprint. Neither did Tiger King. They were both kind of cheap cards whenever this came out. And all it really did is give people some bum cards that they didn't really want every time that they bought a Mega 10, which I actually happened to buy like a few. They made a lot of the other cards a lot cheaper, and you could pull them. Out of the most modern Mega 10, that would be Mega 10 2015. This is the newer one. As you can see, they've kind of dumbed down the picture a little bit. It's not quite so in your face, but it still looks pretty cool. The stars, if you notice, have the diagonal lines across them. I believe that these ones do too. Yes, they have the diagonal lines across them, which was something new that they released whenever these were thrown out. Next is my absolute favorite one that they ever made, and that's a Ghost Rare. What it is the entire picture is white, and whenever you shine it at a certain light, you can not only pick up color, but you can pick up 3D imagery. It's kind of got this cool like 3D effect on it, and that was one of the coolest things that they did. It was, I'm sure it's very hard for them to actually make that, but they were able to release these. I believe some of the first ones were out of Ghost Mine, but I can't be too sure. I think Black Rose was a pretty early one, and that was really expensive whenever it first came out. This one's also Gold Mine, Solemn Judgment. Of course, this card's banned, so it's not really doing me any good except for going in collection, but like I said, if you hit the right light, see his face kind of turns a little darker, and her hair kind of turns brown. And then finally, I had to trade for this one, but it's a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, one of the newer guys, and he's got some really cool color behind him and everything. It's really easy to pick up. This is one of my favorite collection cards that I have, and I had to trade kind of an arm and leg for it because the guy really didn't want to give it up, but I had what he needed more than this was worth to him, so he finally gave in, traded this to me, and it's been in collection ever since, which is, I mean, that's the only reason why I was okay with them releasing this. It's because I would have hated to have had to have tried to trade for another slightly less rare version of this, rather than just get 3 of these out of a Mega 10 and have a full playset if I need it, and it's still a playable card. It's still legal and everything. But I hope that this has been a real eye-opener, just to some of the rarities and everything that are associated with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of my favorite things that they've done. Always been fun and everything like that. You can always hope to pull supers out of packs and ultras and secrets and everything. It's kind of a numbers game. The more you buy, the more you get, that type of thing. But, yeah, you guys stay awesome, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. This has been AA Duelist.